From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse.
Good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Wednesday, July 8th. Before we get into our top 6 stories for you this morning, it is Megan Conway's second anniversary with 1011 today. Pretty cool. We got some woos in the background there. Don't know if the mic picked up on that. But 2 years at 1011. So that is an awesome anniversary. But that being said, we'll jump right into our top 6 stories now, starting off with breaking news and developing news from this morning. A lot of details continuing to come out. But what we know so far about this new international push from the U.S., the military has conducted a new round of airstrikes on Iran. U.S. Central Command announced American forces hit more than 80 targets yesterday, some of which included Iranian air defense systems, command and control networks, and anti-ship missile capabilities. CENTCOM says the strikes are in retaliation for Iran attacking several commercial ships near the Strait of Hormuz, and President Trump announcing this morning that the interim agreement with Iran is over with these new strikes, but talks will continue. So again, that latest announcement from the president coming out just this morning, and more details are sure to come out throughout the day. But for the time being, the U.S. has also reimposed some economic sanctions against Iran because of Iran's actions. So there's this piece of the story. We know that the NATO meetings are happening over in Turkey right now, with the president expected to return back to the U.S. later on. So there's a lot of moving pieces to the story. So you're going to want to stick with us at 1011 now throughout the day in case there's any developments in this international news going on over here. To your local headlines now for you. Former Nebraska wrestler A.J. Ferrari has been arrested in Douglas County. Ferrari was wanted on warrants here in Lancaster County for several charges, including assault by strangulation of a pregnant woman, domestic violence, and false imprisonment. According to the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, investigators have been watching a home where Ferrari was reportedly staying at near Bennington, and around 11 a.m. yesterday, authorities say saw a woman leaving the home, and getting into a truck in the driveway. Law enforcement says she was followed by Ferrari, who was crawling out of the garage, entering the back passenger seat of the truck. The vehicle was later pulled over, and Ferrari was arrested. Moving over to central Nebraska, really tough story for you. Out of Grand Island, the police department is releasing new details into their investigation after a man was found with critical injuries outside of a bookstore. Grand Island Police Chief Dean Elliott telling our sister station in Hastings that on Sunday night, 41-year-old Matthew Bishop was found lying face down with severe head injuries. He was found outside the Tattered Book in Grand Island near West 3rd Street in North Pine. Chief Elliott says Bishop is still alive, but he believes this could become a murder investigation. Breaking down the sequence of events, Sunday night, police went to that intersection on reports of an injured person. They say Bishop was at Tattered Book playing Dungeons and Dragons when he went outside to smoke. That's where he was found with serious injuries and then flown to a hospital in Omaha. Investigators are working to get surveillance video in the area, and friends describe him right there on the left, if you're watching us live here, as a loving, caring person, the kind of guy to give the shirt off his back and not anybody who would have any enemies. The owner of Tattered Book says he made everyone's day.
He loved to dance, loved to spend time with people, tried to cheer people up. If he saw someone and they looked down, he would try to have them smile.
As you can hear right there, certainly a very beloved community member, and police say they have ruled out that Bishop was struck by a vehicle and have classified the act as an assault. If you have any information, be sure to head over to this story on our website, 1011now.com. You can find the Grand Island Police Department's number to reach out to them if you have any information or surveillance footage on this. But yeah, just a real tough case out of central Nebraska going on right now. Your fourth story, a Nebraska beauty school will be permanently closing its doors later this month. Joseph's College of Cosmetology announcing it will close all locations by July 31st. School officials say the college is shutting down because President Jane Nims is retiring, and it's been open for over 60 years with campuses in Grand Island, Kearney, Lincoln, and Norfolk. It's unclear where current students will go, but administrators say they are working with students to hopefully find another school for them to attend. Before we get to our final story for you this morning, we just wanted to let you know that there's an easy way to help save lives this summer. We got a blood drive next week at Gateway Mall. 1011's teaming up with the Nebraska Community Blood Bank for the Broadcasters Unite for Life Summer Blood Drive. It's July 15th and 16th from 11 to 7 near the food court. Donors will get a free t-shirt and a lunch from Chick-fil-A. You can sign up for an appointment, and the link is on our website. Drive is also supported by Liberty First Credit Union. Just an easy way to give back to someone in need. I know that the blood bank does a lot of hard work and is constantly teetering on that line of a day's worth of supply, and any sort of blood type is more than welcome for those in need over there. Now for your final story, some good news for a change from the rundown. Apologize for that. But last night in Valparaiso, local library summer reading program hosted a state highway paleontologist who put on a presentation about fossils in Nebraska. Shane Tucker says his job with the University of Nebraska State Museum takes him all over the state, where he checks out potential fossils that are found as new roads and highways are being dug and built. Last night's talk was about the ancient seas that used to cover much of Nebraska and the Midwest between 70 and 95 million years ago. I mean, I'm well aware of Pangea, but seas in Nebraska. This is the most landlocked state in the U.S. This is just blowing my mind here. It's just a wild sentence to say out loud. But anyways, guests also learned about one of the most famous findings in the Cornhusker state, the Valparaiso plesiosaur, which is a giant long-necked marine reptile that was found in 1964.
I think just knowing more about the surroundings, learning about, past climates, as well, past habitat changes, extinctions. Just knowing those things have happened in the past numerous times gives us an idea of what maybe the future might hold.
Shout out to Shane as well. That's an awesome dinosaur t-shirt there. Just got to point it out. Tucker says there's several deposits from not only the dinosaurs' time, but also the Ice Age all over Nebraska. This year's National Summer Reading Program theme is Unearth a Story. So he's been traveling all over the state and will be holding another presentation in Holdridge at the end of the month. That's going to do it for your Morning Pulse for this Wednesday morning. Before we wrap things up, here's a look at your 7-day forecast before we toss things over to Brandon Rector with more.
Good Wednesday morning. Meteorologist Brandon Rector with you in the 1011 Severe Weather Center. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy for much of today. We'll be watching two areas late this afternoon into this evening. One will be in central and eastern Nebraska along and ahead of a cold front where we could have some showers and thunderstorms developing. We'll also watch towards the Panhandle late this afternoon into the evening as an upper level disturbance moves into the area. That is another location where we could see some thunderstorms developing. They'll move east as we go through tonight. The activity in central and eastern Nebraska will move to the southeast, and it looks as though the southern half of the area has the best chance of showers and thunderstorms for tonight into Thursday morning, and some of these storms could be severe. We have a slight risk of severe weather for much of the area. That means scattered severe storms are possible with large hail and damaging winds the main threats. The tornado threat is low. Temperatures at noon in the upper 70s to upper 80s. At 4, it looks like we're in the low 80s to mid 90s, and at 8, mid 70s to upper 80s.
From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse.